Hey y'all, Rebecca here, owner of Holy Rustic DIY Wood Crafts, and tonight is our November BOGO paint night. So last month your voted kit was the lamppost with the Cardinal, and so that's what we're going to paint together tonight. And we really have pushed it to the last minute, haven't we? Because it is the last day of the month. So we're almost in December. Yay! Christmas is finally here. I feel like we've been celebrating Christmas since July. I'm going to start with black, and we're just going to go ahead and paint the whole lamppost black. So even the little bird is going to be black because see, it's going to show through here. We're going to do black so it shows through except the little beak. Hey Jamie. Yeah, I think we have it cut, so it should be going out soon. We have lots of kits cut because of our Black Friday BOGO sale. So we'll be doing lots of shipping. Let's see. Okay, I'm just gonna jump right in. So black, we want to do a base coat, and then we will go back and do kind of the galvanized look on the wood. So let me get everything pulled up. Hey Elizabeth, how are you? You paint with me tonight? Let me know if you're painting tonight, your BOGO kit from November. Of course, we had all BOGO kits on Black Friday, so we're cutting like crazy, but we are still trying to decide if we're going to do a BOGO vote for December. Depends on how caught up we get from Black Friday. Hey Paula, how are you? Are you painting tonight? This is a fun one. And it's, well, I guess with the Merry Christmas, you can't keep it up in the winter, but like the lamppost and the Cardinal, you know, you could always like make you a little name sign or something and hang that after Christmas so you don't have to take down the whole piece. Awesome. I love that y'all are painting together. You did something recently together too, didn't you? Oh yeah, Snow Friends. You didn't get it yet, Paula. That's weird. I'm pretty sure that was sent out before Thanksgiving. Did you get a tracking number? It should be on its way. If I remember, I'll double check it, but you may want to send me a message because I may forget. And we will look it up and see what's going on. Of course, you know, 'tis the season for late packages, but I don't know. We haven't seemed to have any issues yet, so I'm keeping my fingers crossed that we're not going to. Last year was crazy with shipping. Things were taking like a month to get there. Y'all remember that? It was insane last year. So hopefully that's not going to be the case. Hey Tamara, how are you? So this is the easy part. One black coat and we're going to move on. Just all over the whole lamppost. And then we also are going to do the base in black. But of course, you can always do something different. Okay, you do not ever have to use the same colors that we send or do the same thing I do. Get your own kind of creative going on. So use your own colors and add your own flair. Oh, it said December. It said delivery December 4th. I wonder why it's taking so long. Weird. Of course, tomorrow's the 1st, right? So it's coming. Slowly but surely. Thanks, Tamara. Aw. Well, Adeline, today is the last day, so the BOGO that y'all vote on runs all month, so till the very end of the month. So since today's November, it should still work with the coupon code Cardinal. And like I said, we'll have to see about December. I don't know if that's the Black Friday BOGO is going to replace that or not. We'll have to make sure we're staying on track because we don't want to overwhelm ourselves and then make y'all wait forever for your kits. So we're trying to be careful here. That's why we didn't do Cyber Monday. But man, y'all really came through on Black Friday. Goodness. There's gonna be lots of crafting going on. That's a good thing. I am leaving the speak area open so that I can paint it yellow without too many issues. It would be hard to go over the black with yellow. So I'm just kind of guessing here. Let's see. Just want to leave that little edge open for yellow. It will be easier to do that than it will be to cover it later. So, what other kind of Black Friday shopping did y'all do? Did anybody go out? I actually was not planning on going out, but my daughter apparently was. She talked me into going at like 8:30, I think, or 9, and it really, I don't know if it had been crazy before that or not, but it didn't seem like it. The shelves were in order, and you know, it didn't look like the typical craze from Black Friday. So I don't know. Of course, we were not home. We were visiting family in another state, so I don't know what it was like here. Y'all have any crazy Black Friday stories? We are going to be adding some new kits. So we did put a bunch of new ones out last week, but we'll have a few more new ones this week for the, you know, the new month. And then we'll have to decide about voting. Alright, so one more little piece here. I'm going to go ahead and do the lamppost black. And I'm trying not to get paint on me. I meant to grab an apron. I have like one shirt that doesn't have paint on it, and I'm going to, just because it's new, that's why. But I'm going to break it in right off the bat today, apparently. One of local businesses made this shirt for me. I love it, but it won't be long before it's covered in paint. Yeah, I used to have like my paint clothes and my regular clothes. Not anymore. They all just are mixed together. Alright. So this is a pretty easy one to paint. It's not bad at all. And I'm probably going to use my little sponge. I think I showed y'all last, yeah, it was the truck countdown that we did last month. I used the sponge for. I'll probably do that for the galvanized. You could use any kind of sponge, but if you don't have one, you can use a brush once we get to the galvanized part of the lampposts. The trip was really good. That's the first time that we've been able to get away in a couple of years. And yeah, like that's the first time I've been to my parents' house in like 2.5 years. And it was really nice. Especially since I didn't have to cook. It's nothing like someone else cooking Thanksgiving dinner, right? You just get to enjoy it. So that was fun. It was nice visiting with family. Ate too much, of course. How was Thanksgiving for y'all? Did you have a good Thanksgiving? And are we decorated for Christmas yet? Who's decorated already? I still have to paint that one sign. I posted last week that wonderful time of year sign. Like I haven't like created something just for me or my own decor in a long time, and so I cut that and I'm dying to paint it, but I haven't fit it in yet. So it's gonna end up being Christmas by the time I get it done. Okay, so this whole piece is black except for the little beak. And depending on where you're gonna put this, because it's standing, if it's gonna be somewhere that you can see the back of the lamppost, you may actually want to paint the back of that as well. I'm not gonna do that today for the sake of time, so that's totally up to you. You would just do, you know, just a quick coat of black. So you got your tree up, but it's still naked, huh? Well, that's okay. Do you do a real tree or artificial? We actually, and I know I told some of y'all this in the group, I think, somebody. We actually cut one down about a week ago. So we found a tree farm that was open before Thanksgiving, because you know most of them don't open until the day after Thanksgiving, but we found one because we just wanted to decorate early, and it's like the biggest, I think it might be the biggest artificial tree that we've put up, so it's really tall and thin, and I love it. Super cute. And we decorated it the same day because I knew if I didn't, it would just sit there naked for a really long time. So we just did it all at once, got it all over with. And we're mostly, everything is decorated except outside. So still working on the hubby, trying to get him to stop being a Grinch and get our Christmas lights up. And we have like a 12-foot snowman for the yard. Love it. And it has got to go up soon. So I'm gonna be begging soon, I think. Put it up. I guess I could do it myself. I've never done it before, but I will tell you, one year we had the 12-foot snowman, and then he had taken it down after Christmas and apparently put it in the basement to like dry out before storing it. So I didn't know that, and I went downstairs in the basement, and there was a 12-foot snowman that was still partially inflated, and it was lit up. I don't know why it was plugged in, but I don't think I've ever been so terrified in my life. You don't expect to walk into a basement and see a massive snowman looking at you. So yeah, that was quite a scare. Hey Pat, how are you doing? Okay, so the base coats are done. We have, well, no, we're gonna do this black too. So I'm gonna go ahead and do the frame for the Merry Christmas sign that hangs. I'm just gonna paint that black. So I'm gonna go ahead and do all the black first, and then I'll switch colors. So just a quick coat on this. And I'm just using the same big brush. Did you have a good Thanksgiving? So we're working on BOGO orders, and then we also have our creative outlet box going out soon. So we really need to get on that this week because that goes out Monday. I'm super excited about it. And then it's the last day for this tiered tray. So we're going to start shipping a new tiered tray in the Tiered Tray Club starting tomorrow. So new theme for the Tiered Tray Club. Man, I'm using a lot of black. Oh, that's awesome, Pat. All your kids were home. That's fun. I mean, I don't know, but last year a lot of us did not get together with family. So this is it's nice this year to be able to spend some time with family without, the same kind of worry as last year, hopefully. But I do feel like we missed a year of holidays, so maybe that's why I'm so happy to decorate for Christmas this year. I have paint all over me. Yeah, so that's awesome. My brother didn't get to come home, but we had a good visit with the parents. All right, wait, is that, we do need to do part of this black, so I'm trying to remember. So we want to leave the snow is going to be white. I'm just going to go ahead and paint the bottom part of this, and I really need a different brush here. So we'll paint this black. I'm just trying to go ahead and get everything that's painted black painted. I'm just kind of doing a base coat on everything and then going back after we're done and doing the finishing touches. So the little tip of this piece that's going to go on the top of the lantern is black, except for where the snow is going to go. And there's lots of things that we could add to this too. Like, I grabbed everything, but you know, not all of it is in the BOGO kit, but let's see. You know, you could add snow text, which I know y'all know is like my favorite thing at this point. Snow text would be super cute on here. I grabbed some clear glitter. Yeah, that's awesome. 2 out of state and everybody came home. That's exciting. That's the best kind of holidays, when everybody can get together. Oh, we need to do this black too. So this little piece, it goes at the bottom of your post. It's just, you know, a little 3D extra here. So we're gonna do that black as well. Even if we don't do a BOGO paint class next month, we are going to do the porch leaner inside of the craft kit group. So that'll be our free class, and that's just because I'm going to paint it for myself. And I figured that I would show you all how to paint it. It's the birch trees with the snowman, and it would make really good handmade Christmas presents. So make sure you're in the craft kit group. That the details for that is coming. Those will be posted soon. Alright, so anything else that you want black, you can paint black. I'm going to switch over to white, I think. I'll go ahead and do the white because that's probably going to need more than one coat. Oh, you know what? Here's these little suckers here need to be black too. I just keep finding pieces that I need to paint. So these are also little 3D extras here, so we want them to match the lamppost. So these are going to be black as well. The 3 little pieces that are in the kit, I'm going to paint those black. And you know, for these little pieces that we paint, I like to put them on like a piece of painter's tape or something to keep them from moving around. If you don't want to get your hands completely covered like I do, or maybe it's just me anyways, you can stick them on a piece of tape and they won't move around on you. Alright, so I think anything else black? Am I missing anything? Because I seem to keep finding pieces that need to be black. But I think we're done with that color, so I'm going to move these out of the way and then pull everything that's white. So I'm going to switch over to white. We're going to do the bow white. I'm trying to remember, am I missing a piece? I feel like I'm missing a piece. So we have the, no, I'm not. Okay, so the little snow piece at the bottom, and then this is going to be red, bird's red. These are whatever color you want. This is going to be white. And the candle and the snow part. So I'm just going to rearrange here. I got enough light. Probably not. Been going through it. Okay, so same thing, just base coat these pieces. I'm just gonna go right over the the engraved part that's on the board that gives it kind of that herringbone look. I just rubbed black in my paint. That's okay. So just go right over it. You'll still be able to see those lines. And sometimes if you would rather it look more open in those cracks, like not unpainted is what I'm trying to say, if you had the patience and the time, you could take a toothpick or something and just kind of run them along the lines in the wood and kind of remove some of that paint if you want that to be more distinct or noticeable. Is anybody doing something other than a red bird? I guess you could do like a blue bird. Cardinals are pretty pretty typical to, in the winter to paint. I know Elizabeth's got something up her sleeve. Doing something different over there, aren't you? Oh, today is the last day to play bingo in the craft kit group too, isn't it? Man, November has flown by. I cannot believe that it's already December 1st. It's just crazy to me. I know my daughter keeps telling me every day, there's only so many days till Christmas, and I'm like, you better stop wishing it away. It's gonna be over, and then you won't know what to do. So the white may need a second coat, usually does. We'll see what that looks like. Okay. Are you gonna stick to it, Elizabeth? Are you doing something different? You always have some kind of creative thing up your sleeve. I loved the subscription box that you painted. Okay, so our snow is white, and this is the piece that I think would be super cute with like snow text on it. You know, that gritty white faux snow look, that would be cute on there. And then I also pulled some, this extreme glitter from Folk Art. They sell this at Walmart. It's like a clear glitter. That would be cute over the snow part as well. So I may or may not add those. We'll see. So you can always add your own kind of flair, even if it doesn't come in the kits. So this part of the bow is going to show through the top piece of the bow. So whatever color you paint, this piece is going to be what shows through your cutout of the bow. So see, that's, just keep that in mind when you paint this color. This is going to show through. A lot of people ask about the edges of these, so we laser cut our pieces so they have that kind of burnt look and also smell, which some people like. I don't even notice it anymore, but to keep the edges from getting completely covered, so see this here, you don't want to have a whole lot of paint on your brush, and you want to brush towards the edge and not away from. Okay, so always go towards the edge, and you get a lot less paint that leaks down over the side. Also, you can keep baby wipes handy, like I always do, because they're great. If you do get like a big glob on the side of your laser piece, you can just take a baby wipe and just wipe it right off before it dries. Problem solved. Baby wipes are good for many more things than baby bottoms, especially in the paint world. So, all right, I'm gonna do the white part of this candle. So I think I just like bent my brush. I'm gonna do the bottom part white, and then we'll have a yellow flame. Actually, I think I'm going to do this whole thing white, and then I may do a little bit of separation with some of that glitter. So let's do all of this white except the flame. I'm going to do that yellow. Now, I was by Hobby Lobby today and I did not go inside. I was so proud of myself. I thought about it though. I almost stopped and took a selfie in front of Hobby Lobby because that's part of the bingo in the craft kit group. All the selfies in front of the craft stores. I love it. So I was like, I should do it too, but then we were kind of in a hurry, so I did not. I should have though. Because it's a good little drive from us, so it's not super close. Which is why I was proud of myself for not going in. Because I don't get up there too often. Alright, so I'm filling in this part of the paint, and I think there's part on the lamppost that I probably shouldn't have painted because it's snow. But we'll make it work. I forgot about it. December is a scatterbrained month for me. We got so much going on with classes and shipments and alright. So I'm gonna finish that little part there. So we have all our snow white, or candle white, and then the part that's going to show through here. Let me look at this real quick. So this piece right here, did y'all get a piece here? I was thinking there was a piece, but maybe it's just painted. I don't remember. So this part should be white. And again, I was thinking there was a piece that went here, but I don't know. Maybe we decided not to use that. So I'm just going to paint over it because I do not have one. So I remember they were fitting really weird, so I don't remember if we took it off or not. Found a piece today that I'm going to do a project on, and I say that, but it'll probably just, you know, sit in the garage for 2 years. But I really want to refinish like an antique piece of furniture and turn it into a coffee bar. Have y'all seen how fancy some of those coffee bars are when they take like old armoires or entertainment centers or pie shelves and turn them into coffee bars? Oh my goodness, some of them are so pretty. They put, you know, reclaimed wood in the back of it and lights and like transfer decals, signs, coffee. I have a space that I think would be perfect for it, and I've been on the lookout for a piece. Has anybody refinished furniture? I have done it. It's not ever been my favorite, but I'm really in the mood for a fun project for January, and that's going to be it. So anyways, I found an antique pie shelf, and that's what I think they may have another name, I don't know, but I saw one that was refinished over the weekend, but it didn't match my decor, so I was like, oh, I think that would be better than an armoire or entertainment center. So I think once I get it, and if I ever start the project, I'm going to document it and show y'all the process. That'll be my after Christmas fun. So, but yeah, I'm pretty excited about it. I gotta go pick it up. All right, so we have red left, we have a little bit of green, and we have some gold if you want it, and then whatever other finishing touches. Coffee, Joanna. Yeah, Joanna helps out around the studio a lot, actually. She's amazing, and she wants a coffee bar. I didn't mean that kind of coffee bar, Joanna. You did furniture back in the day, Adeline? Is that what you're saying? You used to do furniture? There's been some, what have I done? I did a couple dressers and some hutches. But that's it, because like I said, it's not my favorite. But I also do want to get into, I want to try one of those transfers, like a decal transfer that they put on furniture. I really want to do that too, because I've never used one before. Have you used those, Adeline? You know I think they're called transfers, but they look like decals. They're sticky, I think. I haven't used them, but I did pick one up this weekend. So, but you put them on your furniture piece, and then you can wax over it, to seal it. So I'm gonna try one of those, I think, too. I don't know. I can't decide, but one step at a time. Like I don't have enough going on right now. I'm like, oh, let's do a project. It can't be the only one, right? Can never have too many craft projects. All right, so this is the part that's going to show over the white base. You definitely want to go easy on the paint on your brush for this, because of all of the little cracks and crannies that the paint can fall into. It can look a little rough if you get a ton of paint down in between all those. So just less is more here. Just a little bit of paint, and then just brush towards the edges. That's what I do. Yeah, that's awesome. See, that's what I was looking for originally, was an armoire, because the first coffee bar that I saw like that, when I started looking at coffee bars, I saw a lot of those antique armoires that had been converted, and like I said, they're pretty fancy. If you Google it, some of them sell on Etsy for like $2,000, and they got them, probably got them at Goodwill for super cheap, because I look at that stuff all the time. But yeah, so you could, even if you didn't want it for yourself, if you had time to do the project and sell it, even make some money. But the problem is the space I want to put it in is only like 15 inches. So I looked and looked and looked for armoires that were not more than 15 inches deep, and it was almost impossible. I may have found one that was like pushing it. So that's why I kind of started opening up to different ideas of what I could put in that space, because of the dimensions that I need. And I just fell in love with this pie shelf that I saw at a peddler's mall last weekend. And like I said, I would have just got that one and saved myself the trouble of a project if it had been a different color, because it was beautiful. But I'm going to... But then I started looking for the pie warmers, maybe they called them. I'm not sure. They're just like the old little cabinets. And so once I get that project started, I'm going to show the process. But I'm pretty excited about it. You painted birds on a quilt rack. Wow. What do you mean it looks ugly 30 years later? So a quilt rack, I'm not super familiar with that, what that is, but I assume, do you just like fold the quilts over it? Is it kind of like a blanket ladder, or is it different? All right, so that piece is red, and then the berries, I'll do those red as well. This is one of those pieces that would be good to stick on a piece of tape if you don't want to get it all over your fingers. I wear paint is my look, so I don't worry too much about it. Pie cupboards. Oh, okay, yeah, the same as the, yeah, I guess that's what, yeah, pie cupboard, pie shelf. I'm sure there's quite a few names for it, probably. But yeah, of course the glass is broken in the door, but I think I'm gonna put like I don't know about chicken wire, but maybe some kind of like mesh, and do some kind of stenciling over top of it. Just don't know. I guess I need to get on Pinterest and be inspired. But I really like those like old school, the vintage lights that they have out now. They've probably had them out for a while actually, but they have they're new, but they have like a vintage look to them. I think that'd be cute inside. I don't know if we have any reclaimed wood yet. We bought, or left, we had bought a bunch of reclaimed wood when we did our house, and we turned a lot of it into like a massive cubby wall, and it's really pretty, but I don't know if we have any left or not, but that would be cute in the back of it too. All right. So I think the example Christmas is like a gold color. You could paint them the same or different. I guess I'll stick with what we've done before, so I'll just do the gold. Here we're gonna paint our red bird, little cardinal. So it's nice because these 3D cutouts keep you from having to freehand anything. You don't have to paint all these details on the bird. Makes it easy. You just give it an eyeball and you're good to go. We have two in-person classes scheduled this week, and then I think we're clear till after Christmas. So we've been doing a lot of classes in person for Christmas, and whew, getting tired. All right, so there's that. What's left? Just the yellow and the green and the gold, I guess. Well, Adeline, if you decide to redo your quilt rack, you should post pictures and take us along your journey. I'm curious what that looks like and what you could do with it. I'd do more of that stuff if I had time. I'm going to use a little green on the berry leaves here, so just a tiny little bit is all that's needed for that. And again, these little cracks that we engrave, you could always take like a toothpick or an X-Acto knife and kind of run it along those cuts if you wanted them to be more prominent. Sometimes the paint fills them and it's not too obvious. This one does really good, so I'm not too worried about that one. So you can see that detail there. All right, a little bit of yellow, and I don't have a yellow near me. I don't know why I don't, so I'm going to use the Golden Sunset instead of the yellow, so it's not quite as bright. I thought it would work fine for the bird beak and the flame. Let's see. Paint that. So the bird beak is actually over here on this piece. Change brushes real quick. Alright, so this little part that we left open earlier, we're just going to give him a little beak here. I like this yellow. I think that's good for that. Golden Sunset, that one's by Apple Barrel. No, we mostly use Deco Art. We still have a ton of Apple Barrel. Okay, so, and then if you want to do this in gold color, you could do it red. Honestly, I can't remember what we put in your kits. I rarely ever paint the same way twice, so it's really hard for me to remember what colors we sent out. And probably more often than not, I'm mixing colors and creating my own. So I've gotten better about it though. I've started trying to put the colors in a tub after I paint something. I'll try to throw the colors in a tub so I can remember what I used, but so I'm just painting this a gold. It is a metallic. Which I'm loving this season. I don't know. I'm all over the metallics this Christmas for some reason. Usually it's glitter and of course snow text, but the metallics are really making it into a lot of my painting this season for some reason. Alright, so I think everything is base coated. Probably, I don't know if that may need another coat. I'm going to do one more coat on there. I'm not too worried about the other pieces because they're going to be covered with something else, but this one's going to be pretty wide open, so just do a quick second coat on this piece. So it just has the frame and the letters to go on it. Whoops. I might have enough white. It's pushing it. It is actually really nice here today. I don't know why. It's been freezing cold, but it was fairly decent out. The sun was out, and I was like, well, are we going to get one more day of fall today, or what? That's my favorite. Winter, I could go without, for sure. I'd be okay with skipping winter. I'm cold-natured without a whole season for it. I don't like being cold. Okay. So now we just need to work on galvanizing, I guess is the word that we want to use. The lamppost and all the pieces that go with it. So let me try to move things around here. These are the sponges that I really like to use, and if you saw the truck BOGO that we did last month, I used these on the truck. I've gotten to where I grab these before anything else, but you could also use you know, like one of the little sponges, or you could even use a paintbrush. So I'll just show you several different ways. We can start with these little pieces because I'll have to use a paintbrush for those anyway. So you're either going to use like a gray or a silver. I think we sent gray. I have silver here. I may use that, but you can you know, use whatever color you want. So I'm going to just get a brush and dip it in the silver and then dab it off. So we're doing a dry brush. This is going to be super, super dry brush, okay? And then you just kind of dab it. So just tap it. I don't know if you can see that or not. It's not coming through the camera here. Let's see. Can you see that? So that just gives it that kind of galvanized look. So dip it in the gray or the silver, whatever you use. Wipe off almost all the paint to where it's almost completely dry, and then just kind of dab it on certain areas of that metal to give it that kind of galvanized look. So that's one way that you can do it if you don't have any kind of sponges. Just use what you got. So this is just, you know, gives it a little extra touch instead of just plain straight black. All right, I'm going to do these 3 pieces too. So I want everything to match. So I'm going to make sure everything I painted black, I'm going to go ahead and dab the silver on. Okay. And I am using a brush for the little pieces. And then I'll show you the sponge. Actually, I'll probably switch to the sponge now. So if I use one of these little sea sponges, see some of these, they're a little bit different. So depending on what you get, you're gonna get a different look. But this one doesn't have many holes in it. It's more of, it's more of straight pieces all the way across, and this one has the holes right here. Looks like Swiss cheese. So depending on, you know, what you use for your galvanized look, you're gonna get different results. Dawn, you got excited and did yours. Did you say you used one of these sponges? They're great, aren't they? I love them. All right, so I'm going to dip it in the silver, and I am still going to dab it off. So I don't want a ton of paint on my sponge still, just like with the dry brush. And then I'm going to just kind of dab that on. Okay, so see, this is even a different look than the brush. So you get different results depending on what tool you're using to do this part. Okay, so there is the sponge look right here, which I really love. Hey Amy, how are you? Yeah, Dawn, they're awesome, aren't they? Are you I feel like are you the one that posted in the craft kits when you did the truck countdown? Had you used the sponges before that, or are you like newly addicted like I am? I don't know why I never used these before, and I just happened to pick them up somewhere while I was out, and then they still set forever. I didn't even mess with them right away. So, but now I love them. Good. Hopefully you had a good Thanksgiving. All right, I'm trying to clear some space here so we can get the rest of this painted. So I'm just going to continue to use my sponge, but you can use the brush. Okay, so what are they called on Amazon? I think they're called craft sponges or craft sea sponges or something like that. I know it had the word craft and sponge, and I don't know if there was anything between that. And I actually think I got these at Myers. So if you have a Myers, they might have them there. Okay, so I have more paint on it right now than I did before. So it's just coming out brighter. Again, this is what you like. So whatever look you like is what you want to do on here. It does not have to be like mine. See foam sponges? Yeah, that might be that. I think the ones I had, I know they said craft because I was like, well, how are these different than, you know, other sponges? And they're not, but I noticed that they had the word craft on them, so they were appealing to the creative people. So you're newly addicted? Yeah, that's me too. I had them just sitting around forever, and I was like, I should probably use those at some point, you know, like all the other craft supplies I buy and throw in a corner. and half of it ends up in the de-stash in the spring and fall. Because eventually I'm like, okay, I'm never going to use this. But yeah, I am so glad that I picked these up because they are so fun and totally change the look. See, this is up here, I got it pretty thick, and you could go back and do more black on here if you get it too silvery, but see, this is the look I'm going for. So again, depending on what tool and how your pressure and how much paint, you're all gonna have different looks. So just play around with it and find the one that you like and stick with that. Sponges from the sponge dock. Are you saying that's what you use, or that's what? I don't know, I just love this look. And I am using silver, but I think you got gray in your kit, so that is the same. It's fine. Use the gray. I need to get some metallic. I don't think we've ever put metallic silver in kits. We did gold for the Tiered Tray Club last month, and that might be the first time we've put gold in the kits, but I need to get some more silver metallic paint. That's what they are. Is that what you're saying? That's awesome. Well, they're great for painting. It really adds a nice effect to this lamppost or anything you want to look metal. So just dab it. Again, if you get it too dark or thick, you can just go right back over it with some black and tone it down a little bit. And I would just use the same sponge with a little black, and I may do that at the top there because that got a lot darker than I meant for it to. I just think that sponge look is super cool. Alright, you can do your base like this if you want. I'm just gonna leave it pure black. So I'm not gonna do this on the base, but that's totally up to you. Alright, I'm not sure what happened, but we're going to try it again, and hopefully I don't get kicked off here. So I've finished galvanizing the lamppost. Sorry about that, just dropped me. We're almost done though, so we'll just go ahead and start putting it all together. Alright, I think we're on. I don't know, Facebook has been glitchy tonight. I was having problems with posting earlier, so we'll see what happens. Am I live? Are y'all here? I have no idea. Hopefully that worked. Okay, so what we're gonna do is, well, I think what I'm gonna do, let me show you the snow text. So if you have some of this, which if you've watched me at all, you know that I keep it around. This is, see, it's like a gritty, thick snow. And I like to use the palette knife. You can use a brush, but you're just gonna kind of dig it out and then dab it on. If you want to use this just gives you more of a fun look. So you just kind of smear it and let it dry on there. It just looks like this one is super, it's kind of super dried out. You can use a brush to kind of move it back around or move it where you want it to be. I use this all the time this time of year. So that's just an option for you if you want, or if you have some just on your snow areas. Look like, you know, make it look like it's kind of gathering or building up on your lamppost here. I think this little jar might be a little dried out. It's not cooperating. Okay, so there's a little bit of that. And then if you want to do like the glittery look, yeah, that's not sticking. Where'd it go? So this is what this will look like if we use it. It's just clear, it looks like a glue. But you just brush it on like paint. So I might put that on this piece here, and it just makes it super shimmery. This is really cute on snow or snowmen. And you can get it in different colors too. I like the holographic one. Okay, so super sparkly. Might do right here on this candle wax. I'm gonna put some on there too. And this, again, this is just extra stuff, extra ideas that you can do if you want to. This is not in the kit. It's just a little extra idea. Let me try this jar of Snow Tex here and see if it's any better. Paint this onto the top of this. So just smear a little snow. And the thicker, the more it looks like it kind of gathered. It does need to dry. So you can do it real thin or you can do it thick. It's up to you. Or, don't use it at all. But you can get this at any craft store. Usually, last Christmas it was hard to find, so I don't know if that's the case in the stores or not. I'm not sure. So, all right, so it's just time to glue. Let's see. Still having some glitches here, so hopefully we're good. Alright, so with, you should have E6000 in your kits, and what you're going to do is just glue sparingly. So, you got a bottle at Michael's of the Snow Tex. Okay, good. So, it is available apparently. Who knows these days? You never know what's actually available and what's not. I haven't had problems ordering my Snow Tex this year, but last year I was just lucky that I had some already because it was not anywhere to be found. So when I use the E6000, I kind of rub it on the back, like I touch the tip of the glue to the wood, and I stay away from the edges as much as possible. Because if it's thick or if it's near the edges, it's going to ooze out the sides and you will be able to see it when it dries. You can also use like a Q-tip or a plastic knife or something to rub that on rather than, just touching it or straight out of the bottle. All right, so I glued the bird on. That way then you can see the beak. You can add any little touches that you want. If you want to put eyes or even glitter up the cardinal a little bit, because why not, right? Okay, and then we're going to glue this. Now this one's a little trickier because of all the spots, the open spots that are on it. So we're just gonna touch it as lightly as possible so that you don't have big globs that are oozing through those spaces. Okay, so less is more, a little goes a long way. You're just gonna go ahead and match that up with the bottom part. Okay, so glue that on. Then of course we want to put, I don't know if you can see this bottom, but well, here, I'll do this. So with the candle, this is going to go behind your lamppost. So you want to glue this to the back. So just put a little glue on your post. and then put that down where you want it here. So I'm gonna put it right about there. All right, and then the top piece again. That lines up with the very top piece, just glue the same way. Okay, so we have our little candle. Now you do want to remember that E6000 holds really well, but not right away. So just be careful with holding your pieces upright. Let me see if I can tilt this a little bit. All right, so we're going to put, oh, you know what, this, I feel like I do not have, so this is the piece for here. I think I'm missing a piece. I thought, okay. So that is the piece for that. I need to find the bottom piece. These little bitty pieces here, what we're gonna do is, so one of them fits right here. Just like that. And then we have another one of those little spaces here. So you can see they mostly line up. If you want to put the long one on top. And then this one is going to go here on this piece. So we're going to add a little glue there. Attach it to that. Now, when you put this on the bottom, make sure that you don't glue this all the way down to the end of the post, because you want to be able to set this inside of the base. So there's like a little, you know, like an indentation here that fits with the corner of this little piece. So just, you want to watch that and make sure you can put your stand on. So just do not glue that all the way down to the bottom or it won't fit in your stand. Okay, so once you have all that on, then you can go ahead and place your bow. So you want this piece, this little 3D piece, to fit between your bow. So I'm just going to put my glue right here and then press that down. Now the trickiest part of this is getting your sign to hang evenly. So that is going to be the tricky part. Go ahead and place everything where you want it to be before you glue down. Make sure it all fits on there nicely. I'm going to add the frame. Okay, the little leaves go between the holes where you tie this on. And then you can put the little berries right on top here. And then we're just gonna put the letters and we're done, other than hanging it. Now, we send twine in the kits, so you can hang those, you know, by tying knots. Just make sure you have it as even as possible. If you like the chain that's in the example, you can get like jewelry chain. So you can find it in like the jewelry craft section and get that. And then if you need to, because we use 1/4 inch wood, so you may have to get like a little round key, like kind of like a keychain thing to put on the end of the chain and then fit it through the holes. So that's up to you. You can use the twine, or if you want to look for the chain, you can. I feel like this is crooked. I can't see it. That one's crooked. Okay. All right, and we're done. So all that is left is let it dry, and then I'll go back and hang this. And again, obviously this is for Christmas, but you could always just like flip it over, paint the back, put welcome or your name, and you could keep it out all winter. So this does not just have to be a Christmas craft. You can keep this past Christmas by just flipping the sign and doing something different on the back part. All right, so we are done with the November BOGO. Again, it's still up in the air if we're going to do a December one just because of the Black Friday. So we will let you know about that. Otherwise, I hope you all have a great week, and I'll see you next time. Bye.